Good day to everyone watching. My name is Christian, and it is my pleasure to show you the passion project of Millie LLC, Verep Beta for Southern California. So, you may be asking, what is Verep? Millie decided that we needed a marketplace of our own, and a place to consolidate all of our efforts to make it easier for our customers to find what they need. The goal is to be the Expedia of the mechanic world and enable small auto shops and entrepreneurs to help their communities by expanding their outreach with this website. Think about how much easier it is just to go to Amazon and find anything you want all in one place. That's the goal for Verep, to be able to find any service you might need and to have it be from your local shops and sellers. So you might be wondering to yourself, well, how exactly do I use it? It doesn't look like Expedia. And that's okay. Luckily, we have these cute little boxes up here that you can click on. And if you go to this box, you can search a location. And then if you so choose, you can click service and put in any service that you may be looking for, whether that be oil change, whether it be detailing, whatever you may be looking for that day. Me, I just want to see what's going on around me in Escondido. So I'll hit search. And these are all the things that we have going on in Escondido. Now, this is a pre-production website. All of these listings are fake. Or if you don't want to look up a specific location, you can just click on services and it'll pull everything new, all the latest and greatest that our partners have set up for you to use. If you click on a service that you like, let's say maybe you need a chain adjustment. You can find their address, their phone number, and a description of the service, if they take any insurance, and no reviews quite yet. So this icon right here, this means that the seller is using a free trial, and it means that the service might not be available in a week or two, just because they haven't upgraded from their free trial yet. So let's say I wanted to book this service for next week. This says Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Say I want to book it. I need to make an account. Luckily, Verep doesn't sell your data, so I'm completely okay with that. We partner with Clerk for authentication purposes to keep your data safe and your passwords encrypted. Awesome. Now that I'm logged in, I can maybe make that appointment. I wanted the 16th at 2 p.m. Sorry, the 16th at 1 p.m. Check availability. It's available. Book now. And it brings me to this page. Now, there's a couple things I can do here. This is the status of the appointment. If the seller wants in-application payments, then there will be an option right here that says pay, but this seller has elected not to accept payments through Verep, and that is completely okay, completely optional. Just means they have an alternative method of payment. So, if I so desire, I can delete this appointment and make a new one, or if they allow payments in platform, I can pay right here, and this will turn into a green dot and say paid. Let's say, maybe I found someone else that I like a little bit better. I can go delete, and now it's gone. And this contains all the information that I should need about my appointments. So if this looks interesting to you so far, maybe you'd like to join Verep. Once you make an account, you can go up to list your business, and this is a quick run through of why we want you to join Verep and why exactly we think it will help you. We will be linking this video in this page once we post it, so you can feel free to watch this video or you can feel free to read this, whatever you so choose. Scrolling down, this is our pricing structure. So every user that is here before March 2026, up to 150 legacy users, you will get a 21-day free trial, no credit card, no bank account needed, completely free, 21 days. Everyone after 150 users, it will only be 14 days, still no card, still 100% free, just 14 days instead of 21 days for our post-legacy users. Our first 150, you will get the full 21 days. After that, if you feel like you want to keep Verep, you think it's helpful, Your services won't go away if your trial expires. They will simply disable, and then once you swap to Pro or Premium, you will be able to log back in, and you will be able to re-enable your services and pick right up where you left off. You can choose to pay monthly or annually. If you choose annually before March of 2026, you will get 2 months free off of your price. If you'd prefer to be notified after we officially launch, we can let you know after March 2026, but you will miss out on these prices and you will miss out on these 2 months of free usage. If we keep scrolling down, we can find the shop registration form. So these are the 4 core services that we sell and that we promote on Verep. Automotive services, so that's any service pertaining to cars and trucks. Motorcycle services, anything for 2 wheels, any kind of detailing, maintenance, repair, anything like that. If you have tools you'd like to rent out, and if you have space that you'd like to rent out, then Verep is the place for you. Moving down, if you are a commercial seller providing services, do you have the necessary insurance in accordance with California state law? The only reason this would be not applicable is if you are not a commercial seller selling commercial services. You are an individual who just wants to side hustle and clean cars, for example, just on the side, individual to individual transaction, no legal business entity involved. You would click non-applicable. Everyone else who has a licensed business structure needs to make sure that they have the applicable insurance to cover anything that might go wrong with their fixes. So, the last section of this covers the actual entity that you will be forming on Verep. So your business's legal name or doing business as name. If you don't have a legal business, that's completely okay. You can call this whatever you want. Doesn't have to be unique. You can call it John's Auto, for example. If you have any external links that you would like to display for your users, for example, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, another website, you can link that here and it will show up in all your services. Business phone, if you have a phone number, great. If you don't, you can copy paste this right here and it will take this and no one will need to know your personal phone number. Business email, this will be public and this is required. This is so that your customers can contact you and so that we can contact you. Street address of business, this will be where your customers are going for their service, this being public information. What you can do alternatively is make this a public space and then reach out to everyone who makes an appointment with you and give them the real address after that. But just be aware that if there is already an address in use, it cannot be reused again. So if I had a membership, I would go down here and this would say register, but I am simply just a user at this point in time. I'm not signed up for anything. So let's try this free trial. All you have to do is hit subscribe, no card, no bank accounts needed. I hit subscribe. It refreshes and now I have dashboard up here. I still have these two because this will eventually run out and I'll need to upgrade my plan to be able to get back my services and my appointments. Now I can fill this form out and now I can register my shop. Let's see what our dashboard looks like. So if you're using a free trial, it will tell you how many days of the free trial you have left. If you accept payments within the application, then you will tell you how much revenue that you've gotten through the application and how many total appointments that have been booked for your services. If you want to add a listing, you can do so right here. You can add up to 4 images. I haven't added a location for this account yet, so I don't have any locations yet, but once I do, they will appear here. Type of service, once again, the 4 core types of services that we promote on Verep. Price, name of the service, and then if you accept any insurances, you can take them here. If you don't, just click none, and then provide a description of the service. So I recommend being as detailed as possible with what you are selling to the customer in this listing, and I recommend providing your availability for the service within this listing as well, just so they can see it while they're making their appointment. Then once you do that, you'd click list service and it would be available right then and there. We do have a verification system that we can put in place if we do feel the need to, but we don't think that will be necessary at this point in time, as everyone is limited to 45 listings, just to reduce any chances of spam creation. It makes it easier for us to detect if someone is misusing our service. Your listings will appear here, and you will have the option to enable and disable them. That just means that it will not be able to be found in searches or in the services page. And then you can delete a service if you want it completely gone or you want to remake it. You cannot delete a service that has already had an appointment booked on it. So if there is a future appointment for that service, you will not be able to delete it. So I can show you an example of that here. This is what the dashboard of a pro user who has not elected to use the in-payment platform. You can see upcoming appointments right here, what they are, where they are, the dates and times, and the total. If you elected to use in-application payment, this would say paid whenever they pay it, and then your total here would go up. If you feel the need to add a location, if your business grows, then you can do so by adding this, and this will take you back to that registration page. Add listing, like I said, this will populate with any locations that you have. And then once you go here, you can enable and disable, and you can delete. So let's say I wanted to delete this, but this has a future appointment on it. Okay. Cannot delete this listing due to future appointments. But let's say I have this one. No appointments are on this. If I want to delete it, delete it successfully. And that, my friends, is the tour. Let us know if you have any suggestions or ideas for us to make Verep better for you guys. If you have any questions or concern, let us know down below in the comments, and we look forward to helping. Have a good day.